because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter.
Floyd Mayweather, with all the tools that Terence Crawford has, I will pick Terence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather.
A lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
One Max Kellerman breaks down why a fight between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather would be unforgettable. He praises Crawford as today's most dominant undisputed champion, while acknowledging Floyd's greatness in his prime. Kellerman highlights Mayweather's defensive mastery, calling him nearly untouchable in his era. But he also stresses that Crawford has proven himself at the top level, with the skill set to challenge even someone like Floyd. For Kellerman, it's the ultimate clash: supreme defense versus versatile offense. The best of two eras.
Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't. Because Terence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
He's a great
Floyd
fighter.
Mayweather got the little shoulder roll, I get it. Controls distance, but Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Sam Tudor fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane did hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
Porter reflects on the endless debates about Crawford and Mayweather, pointing out that comparisons often overshadow their individual greatness. He notes that fans naturally lean toward Floyd, since his undefeated record has made him a legend. But Porter argues that this automatic answer doesn't give Crawford the respect he deserves. Floyd was the pioneer, the original Og of dominance, but Crawford has his own accomplishments that stand tall. For Porter, both fighters ruled their timelines, each excelling in their own era.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
He's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and that
The
shit.
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Everybody else, yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
got to pioneer, like, yeah, you got to.
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure out.
Crawford himself has addressed the comparisons with a powerful response. He openly admits Floyd Mayweather was the greatest of his time, a fighter who changed the sport with his dominance. Yet Crawford firmly believes this is his era, and he is now setting the new standard of greatness. He makes it clear that greatness isn't about fantasy matchups, but about recognizing the best of each generation. This balanced mindset shows Crawford's mix of respect and confidence, and why he's admired as both a fighter and a thinker.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
No.
Potential fight with Floyd. Crawford shuts down the speculation. He makes it clear he has no interest in chasing or trying to beat Mayweather. Instead, he's focused on closing his career on his own terms. Crawford's mindset is about building his own legacy, not trying to take away from a retired legend. For him, history will remember him for what he achieved, not for beating someone from the past.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
5 Crawford points out that Canelo Alvarez's opinion carries real weight, since Canelo has fought both Floyd and Crawford. When Canelo says Crawford is the better fighter, fans have to listen because he's been in the ring with both men. Still, Crawford remains respectful, noting Floyd was the best in his era, and now it's his turn. This balance between humility and recognition shows Crawford's maturity, and the respect shared between greats across generations.
one where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know, I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era. And I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the fight, I always love watching you switch stances as effortlessly as you do. You didn't do that a lot in this fight. You didn't have to. Were you expecting not to have to?
No, I felt like I could have, but why do something when something else is working?
Crawford has doubled down on his respect for Mayweather by calling him a legend and saying comparisons aren't even necessary. He emphasizes that Floyd's era is already sealed in history. Now, Crawford is focused on building a different kind of legacy, one that doesn't rely on forcing rivalry. By honoring both men's careers, Crawford shuts down unnecessary debates and elevates the sport, showing that greatness comes in more than one form.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
No.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis. Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Algieri also joined the conversation, pointing out the complexity of comparing Crawford and Mayweather. He explains that debates about the greatest often lead nowhere, because there are too many factors, different opponents, different eras, different circumstances. Algieri says instead of trying to crown one ultimate best, fans should appreciate that both men are extraordinary. His perspective reminds everyone that constant comparisons can distract from enjoying the brilliance of both fighters.
And no, the discussion about, because Canelo was asked this question, who's better, Floyd or Crawford, and he immediately went to Crawford. Now, is that recency bias? Is that him protecting his own performance? Is that a veiled shot at Floyd? Probably all of the above. Is it really true? I don't know. And I think Crawford had a great answer. He goes, well, we're different eras. Floyd was, the best of his era. I'm the best of mine, which is a very diplomatic way to go about it. But listen, comparing the two is going to be an endless barbershop conversation that's going to go back and forth over literally the annals of time. I don't think we're ever going to be able to have a distinct argument where you're going to say, this is it. I actually want to do a video where I argue both sides with the same veracity and veracity, because it's that, because there is that much about it, and you can, which is an awesome thing, because this is going to be the barbershop. Like, yeah, well, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis. Well, he knocked out Joe Louis. Yeah, but he's 170. Like, we're gonna. That's the conversation.
127 years old.
In real time with guys that we've all seen. Literally overlapping errors. So those discussions will always be there. It's great fodder. It's great barbershop debate. In the debate, it's debate. Yeah, it's going to be subjective.
I agree.
I think objectively, I don't think there's a way to really separate.
Yeah, I agree. And I prefer, as I was thinking about it, like, wow, I can't believe I've watched the Floyd era, the Crawford era, the Usyk era. It's like I've gotten to see some really great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the 90s, when boxing everybody was going head to head, there wasn't a guy that stood out like Floyd, Crawford, and Usyk, where it was super, super dominant.
Trainer Robert Garcia praised Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, saying it was exactly what he expected. Garcia highlighted Crawford's power, skill, and composure, calling the win proof of his preparation and talent. Beating Canelo wasn't just another victory, it was proof Crawford could dominate even the sport's biggest stars. For Garcia, that performance strengthens Crawford's case as one of boxing's all-time greats.
That you gave Crawford a really good chance. Of course. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. You know, he's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought or he didn't look too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, you know, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. You know, like I always said, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it because it's also very dangerous, right? Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it, but I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. You know, we were, there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4 o'clock, before the main card started. And they asked me, what's your final prediction? I said, you know what? I'm gonna say it, Crawford by decision. You know, because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night. They're in Vegas, and he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little, you know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision, and he pulled it off.